The beating retreat ceremony is back at the India-Pakistan borders. But this time, it's not the crowds raising eyebrows, it's army veterans who are slamming this move. The daily drill at Attari, Ferozpur and Fazilka, long seen as a spectacle of patriotism and discipline, was suspended after the Pahalgam terror massacre that killed 26 civilians. But less than a month later, it's now back as business is usual now. Well, we're looking at the border gates that will remain shut. Handshakes have been scrapped, but the ceremony still resumes. And these are visuals from earlier today. In fact, the ceremony resumed after that brief pause, right soon after the Pahalgam massacre, and then the Operation Sindoor ended after India-Pakistan established ceasefire. Well, this retreat has now come back. Of course, it's scaled down, but that apart, is this really necessary at this point? Army veterans are livid. Many are questioning the timing, the optics and the message that this sends out, especially when Operation Sindoor is still underway. Troops remain on high alert. National grief hasn't turned a page, but this has now come back into action. Is this really normalcy? Are we looking at normalcy with Pakistan right now? This isn't peacetime, so why the show now? Even with toned down gestures and extra security, the message is of course muddled. Are we really back to parading for applause on the very border that's still bleeding? Those are a number of reactions coming in on social platforms asking why this theatrics when we're not good with Pakistan at the moment. This surely isn't about military morale. If anything, this could be viewed as an insult to our army. The wounds of Pahalgam are fresh. The enemy continues to provoke. Do we really need a choreographed theatric with a terror state at this point? Well, there's a time for symbolism, and that's no more the time and place. In fact, with Pakistan, India's silence really speaks louder. Let me bring in Ambassador Veena Sikri, former Indian diplomat. We also have Ambassador Ashok Sajanhar, former Indian diplomat, Aditi Kothari, foreign affairs expert. Madam Veena Sikri, a quick take from you on the Attari border beating retreat that's now back in action. It's scaled down, no more handshakes, the border gates don't open up, but yet to see all that shosha, of course, music will play, patriotic music, Indians will dance, but is this a time and place for that?
Yes, it's been announced rather suddenly. In fact, it was not anticipated at all because we have made it very clear that there is no Yudh Viram, there is no ceasefire. This is only a pause, and we are very carefully watching, ready to react to any act of terror, any terrorist act as an act of war. And I think in the midst of this, whether we should go in for theatrics, I think I have not seen any statement yet on why it has been resumed, the reasoning why it has been resumed. We're not aware of that, just that this announcement has come, that's about it. I do not think there is anything more that we have as the reasoning. And I can see from the responses that even people from the military background, the army background, services background have expressed a lot of surprise at it. I don't even think that this is going to be in many ways a functioning border in that sense. I don't think it's open. I don't know whether there's going to be people crossing over. So this is all a matter of unknown reasoning yet.
A quick word, Ashok Sajanhar, would you agree with something like this? The theatrics that we see along the Attari border, we're looking at patriotism at its peak. Of course, Indians love watching that spectacle, but we're not even equals with Pakistan anymore. Then why this drama?
No, absolutely. I think it is not in good taste. Even initially, because I've been there a couple of times, and I always thought that, this is not becoming, it makes a mockery of, our brave soldiers, our valiant soldiers, and, going around, I don't want to use any unkind words, but trapezing on the roads and, behaving as if, performing. And, this is not what the defense services are supposed to do.